love what we do here, please consider backing us on Patreon. Please take a second and click the thumbs up. It really helps us out.
Hey guys, so I wanted to touch base with you here. I know we got a different camera angle, right? Things are changing here a little bit. We got some different stuff coming. I want to talk to you guys just a little bit about what's going on. Obviously, here in July, the full version of Caught in Traffic is now available. If you go to Patreon, you will see the separate tiers, for part 1 and then for the full version. Obviously, if you want part 2, you got to stay at part 1 for 2 months. But yeah, so you get there's a full option version is now there. We brought back polls on the community board, the Who Wore It Best. Those will be showing up fairly regularly. The KK is obviously back, and the name has changed officially from the Kidnappers Corner to Crime Coverage. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a history about that in case you're new here, how the KK works. Okay, so basically, we do everything. Well, there was a time back in the day where the KK was a Monday through Friday weekly show. Okay, it was a different time and place. YouTube was not what it is now back then. The way things work now, you can't make new episodes of a show like that frequently. It's also not really even effective as a creator to do that. But with the way things are when it comes to policies, copyright policies, it's just gotten way too difficult to make something like that every day. So the word week, we always did. Originally, sometimes there'd be a 4-episode week, sometimes a 6-episode week. But the whole idea was typically to be a 5-episode week, and that's what they almost all were. And every week would have a theme. Could be anything from an actress to a location to a TV show. Could be a million different things. We've done everything from video games to unique scenes, video games, returning damsels, returning kidnappers, Lifetime movies. We did a whole 4 weeks of TV movies, all kinds of stuff. We don't call them 5-episode weeks anymore. We now call them 5-episode cycles. I call them cycles because they're not coming out Monday through Friday. We don't even have set days for when they come out. And then we have the recaps as well, which aren't to be confused with re-uploads. That's a little different. Re-uploads is to make a video no longer ineligible. Recaps are different. Recaps provide better quality footage, more context, new commentary. So that's the point of those. And make sure you watch Recap 22 when it comes out here, because it's totally different from episode 28. Originally, I got called episode 28/Recap 22. Recap 22 is now all by itself, and it's totally different. So make sure you check that out. So yeah, that's the way it kind of goes. The improvements, it's the quality of episodes and stuff that we make is so much different now. The footage, I do most of the recording for typically all of our scenes now, and the quality of it and the context of the episode is so much better. And that's one of the reasons it takes longer to make the episodes. So another reason we can't do as many as we used to. But, we are doing international scenes right now. Wrapping up episode 275, this past international scene cycle. We kicked it off with a Bollywood, went to a German, went to a British, then we had the Russian Bride and the Russian recap, Natalia Bardot in there. That's what's coming next anyway. You're probably watching this before Recap 22 officially comes out. That amazing duct tape gag scene. Then we have episode 275, which has not been released yet. That is another German scene. So counting the recap, we had 2 Russians, a Bollywood, a British, and 2 German scenes, including the main event, the headliner. And that's kind of the way it works too with the cycle. Typically, episode 5 or 0 in the cycle, if you will, episode 5 or episode 10, they're going to go either 1 through 5 or 6 through 10. That last one is your main event. It's your headliner. It's the best one of the cycle. And typically these days we like to build up. So 4 will be better than 3. I mean, it's all subjective, but that's the way I like to run it, with the scenes getting better as you progress through the cycle. So in case you're wondering, what you can really get excited for, that 5, the episodes that end with a 5 and a 0, those are going to be the ones that are the best. So we've got a headliner coming up. It's a German scene. I think it's probably a top 20 scene in the last 20 years. It's incredible. Also, I had said before, we're doing that international cycle. We're probably going to do more than one. Well, I've kind of made the decision right now that we may do international cycles for possibly the rest of the year. I have so many international scenes. And one thing that's really picked up since we've been doing the requests, one thing that's really started to happen a lot is you guys have been requesting scenes since we started. I don't know what I just said. Ever since we started doing the international cycles, that's what I meant to say if I didn't say that. Ever since we started doing the international cycles, scene requests from you guys have really started picking up. You guys have been emailing me stuff, sending me links to all kinds of international scenes. And that's awesome. Feel free to do that. I'm always looking for new scenes. Even if it's good, even if I respond to you, that doesn't mean it's going to show up soon. It could. All depends. But we always need more. And, just because you request it today and it doesn't show up today doesn't mean it's not going to show up 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. We're always going to need new content. So keep those coming, and, you can email those. That's probably the best way to do it. The email's in the About section of the channel. There's a lot of scenes out there. That's the thing. There's so many international scenes out there. It's impossible for somebody from the community to be in all these countries, recording, finding all these shows. I mean, there's just an unbelievable amount of content out there throughout the decades. Soap operas, TV shows, movies. We have viewers from 125 different countries and territories. That's why I'm saying that. I don't know. It could be a lot more than that. But anyway, feel free to send those. I think we're sticking to the international theme for the majority of the rest of the year. We may do some classic TV. I have a couple recaps I want to get out with classic TV. And there's some other scenes that are very good that we haven't covered yet. Classic TV meaning like TV series, from the 80s and 90s, stuff like that. There's just a lot to cover out there. And I do appreciate those requests. And we may do a request week. We did that before, episode 196 through 200. That was a fan request theme. We could do that again. That may not even have to be international stuff. You guys have sent in so many requests. But yeah, keep the requests coming, particularly the international requests, because if there is something really good, then I will jump on it. Yeah. So, and don't be offended if my opinion of what's good isn't the same as yours. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there. So that's what we're really working on right now. The KK is back with a new format, new look, incredible scenes coming your way. Caught in Traffic, the full version is now out. Yeah, having some fun with the interactive polls. A lot of stuff going on. There'll be videos about some other stuff we're working on too coming, but that's kind of the way the KK works and what we're looking at. And yeah, that's what we have right now. So if you guys have any questions, like I said, if you leave stuff in the comment section, like if you leave a video link or something, and please do not leave any links to any inappropriate websites. They go to the spam folder anyway, but I'm not going to some nasty website for you. You could either email me a video in a Google Drive, send me something on YouTube. If you put it in the comments section, if you put a link in the comments section, it's going to the spam folder. I don't allow links in the comments. So, yeah. I mean, I appreciate all the support, everything you guys are doing. Just, let me know. And, yeah, awesome. We are excited to get this amazing content out there. A lot of good stuff, some surprises coming, some really good content. So, thank you guys. Hope you're staying safe and doing well. I will talk to you soon.